It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another crazy episode. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
What's up? What's up? Come on in. C Tuck. Come on up. Hey, this the Price is Right. C Tuck. Come on down. Hey, Michelle, let's do the roll call. We got Island Girl in the building, Tamara, RX. Island, Jenna, Tamara, C Tuck, Miss Sweet Tooth. Johnny, what's up, my boy Johnny? Johnny, I might be back in Puerto Rico soon. What is up? Come on, y'all. Everybody say, C Tuck, get your butt on up on the stage. Good morning, Danae. We got to talk about this Epstein stuff, this 50 Cent stuff. A lot going on. Oh shoot. Oh y'all, C Tuck running around. C Tuck is tied up. It's all good. No doubt. No doubt, bro. It's a hell of a show today, man. How many people in the chat have seen what's going on with this 50 Cent? This 50 Cent going to war with T.I. and his son. How many of y'all have seen that? Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen this war going on between 50 Cent and T.I. and his son. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what's going on. Okay, Enoch. All right, who else? C Tuck seen it. We're gonna talk about it. Johnny Gonzalez, okay. Tamara, Michelle, okay, so we gotta talk about this shit. Cause this has gone crazy. And we're gonna get into the Epstein files too, y'all, just so y'all know. But this is this could end bad, y'all. This has taken a level where we are talking about dead mothers. We are talking about wives. And of course, we talking about each other. 50 Cent and T.I. I want this to be over. I want this to be over, y'all. This is going too far, man. And let me get, for those who haven't been following it, y'all know who 50 Cent is. Hopefully y'all know who T.I. is, but I know y'all know who 50 Cent is. 50 Cent and T.I., they are two rappers. They've been going at it for a long time. And T.I. got a son that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. I mean, he looks forward to disrespecting. So quite some time ago, let me tell you how it all started. You know how they had those versus battles. A versus battle is a battle between rappers or singers or any artist where they set up an event and they do 20 songs and they go song for song. And then at the end of the show, we decide who the winner. So you have different artists go at each other. Well, 50 Cent and T.I. have been going back and forth about doing a rap battle against each other. It never happened, but T.I. says that 50 Cent agreed to do the battle behind closed doors, and then he decided not to. 50. This is what T.I. saying. So T.I. said he lost respect for 50 for that. And y'all know 50. When you come against him, he's about to come back at you hard as fuck. So when T.I. said he lost respect for 50, 50 fires back and talked about how T.I. is a snitch. He brought up old footage of T.I. allegedly snitching on his friends or whatever. So then T.I. fired back and called 50 Cent a snitch. This is all done through social media. And then it took a turn for the worse. Because then, after T.I. fired back at 50 Cent, calling him a snitch, then 50 Cent posted Tiny, who is T.I.'s wife. And basically, the post was about her looks or whatever, or she looked funny looking or whatever. And a lot of times that's what people, it's been a kind of a joke of, that's what kind of people have been doing with T.I. and Tiny. I mean, they definitely that is somewhere that they always try to attack T.I. at his wife. Talking up 50 Cent posted something about her looking funny. Matter of fact, I could show it to those of you viewing me. Viewing it, this is one of 50 Cent's posts of Tiny, and he said, "Keep my name out your mouth." It's an unflattering picture of her, like a BBL or whatever, I don't know. And then it got worse. This is when T.I.'s son got involved and started talking shit about 50 Cent. 50 Cent then posted this picture, which a lot of people always say this is what T.I.'s son looked like. For the listeners, You have to go to 50 Cent's Instagram page to see these posts. But if you're watching me live, which is always 8:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m., you see what I'm talking about. And then T.I. son, 50 Cent and T.I. were going low. One went low, the other one went lower. But then T.I. son went somewhere where he went to the unthinkable. He went here with it.
Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Your mama dead. Bitch ass nigga want to say something about my mama. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Your mama dead as fuck. Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Fuck. Post a picture of your motherfucking mama, nigga. She dead, nigga. Pay respect, nigga. Stop fucking playing with my mama, nigga. Nigga ain't playing like that. Nigga ain't going like that, nigga. How y'all bitch ass niggas raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama, nigga. I'm not going, nigga. So tell your dead ass mama dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my motherfucking mama, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Y'all niggas better tie y'all motherfucking shoes. Y'all niggas don't know who the fuck y'all fucking with, nigga. You better put that music up, but nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get on my mother. Your mama dead as fuck, nigga. Dig that bitch up. Nigga not going. Nigga not going. Now what the fuck you gonna do about that? Nigga not going. I don't give a fuck about how nigga play it. Nigga not going. Nigga posting my mama like your mama ain't dead as fuck. Go put some flowers on that bitch grave, nigga. Man, nigga posting my mama a motherfucking legend. Your mama a motherfucking J, nigga. Stop, man. Don't never think you can get on this motherfucking level and you can compete with us, nigga. We on a whole different ball game, nigga. We got a whole different type of level of respect around here, nigga. You get on that do that bitch ass shit, nigga. You a hoe ass nigga, nigga. I would say that shit to your face, nigga. Nigga, man.
So there it is. T.I. son went to 50 Cent and T.I. went low. But T.I. son went to the depths of hell. Now, there is people saying, and most people are siding with King, because who not gonna go crazy about their mama? Especially a 20-year-old. I mean, we all gonna go crazy, but a young kid, you know, I don't think T.I., I think his son is in his maybe 20 or so. I know he's really young. And just like C-Tuck said, T-Tuck says he ain't all the way wrong, though, because we all know what we do. We don't play about our mama for real. Yes. But this beef has just went to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. When you tell someone to dig up their dead mama and talk shit about them because their mom is dead, you just took it to a whole nother level. And so after that, 50 Cent posted this. Let me see if I turn this light off. You might be able to see it better. Movie theme.
What's up, man? Hey, heard from you in the wild. Where you been? Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. It's just taking me a minute, that's all. Well, I'm gonna straighten everything out as soon as I get that money. Remember what I told you, right? Yeah. Question. grown man business.
Grown man business. Ooh! Ooh! Got your ass. Scary as hell, man.
So that's a movie scene. Basically letting this son know this grown man business between him and his father. And that's where we left off at. It's done got ugly, y'all. I do remember, and Enoch said, doesn't T.I. have an essay case against him? I believe him and his wife did have some type of essay lawsuits. I don't know the outcome of them. I don't know if they're over with or if they're still going on, but there were some type of sexual assault cases that T.I. and his wife were going through. I don't know if I don't think they were criminal though. And so King goes on. I'm telling you, this beef is crazy. To post on his story, he says, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He said he got shot 9 times and did nothing about it. He says he dissed Little Kim after she refused to go on a date with him, had to duck shots because of it, and started making memes. He also says he got smoked by Jadakiss and Styles P in a rap battle. He says he talked tough and then ducked the beef with Fat Joe because he knew he couldn't fuck with Joe on the street level. He says he got outsold and embarrassed by Kanye West on his 3rd album. He said he knew he couldn't fuck with Rick Ross musically, so he resorted to making skits. He said he reposted a sex tape of Tierra Marie just because. He says he has publicly disrespected Ashanti, Sierra, Vivica A. Fox, etc. for no reason. He said he ducked T.I. in a versus battle, called him a snitch, even though he's the known federal informant. Makes fun of T.I.'s wife as if we don't know his track record with women. He said he criticizes rapper for publicly speaking on politics and religion, but is a coward ass and won't stand for anything, even though he's a known Trump supporter. Says he helped produce a documentary on Diddy's transgressions, but won't speak on his own history of domestic violence and abuse. He said he makes fun of other rappers' families, but his older son hates him and calls him a deadbeat. His younger son was living in a house that Diddy was paying for. He burned his older son's mother's house. Diddy had his younger son's mother prostituting herself in his freak-off parties. The list of people he's disrespected over the years is endless. He came into the game creating unnecessary controversy, and damn near 30 years later, he's still the same attention whore. Then he posted this picture, said, "This is not AI." He said, "Thank you for raising a man, having him sit on your lap as a teenager." That's a host, sir. So if those listening, like I said, these pictures are on social media. You can look them up on Instagram, but for those watching the live show, you can see it. That's a picture of him with his son sitting on his lap. That's what he's talking about. This is a beef that I don't know.
Like, it was really about celebrating.
So this is what T.I. said.
Like, it was really about celebrating each other's catalog. Me and this nigga talk back there, bro. This shit, I ain't just called a nigga out the blue. Man. Me and this nigga talk like this.
You talking about you were 50?
Yeah, man. We talk like this shit, man. This shit just come out of nowhere. We were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man. You know what I mean? I said, shit, what you think about this? Like, shit, you want to do that shit? I said, yes. He was like, all right, cool. So, shit, And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Wow. And he said, all right. And when I jump out there, nigga act like he ain't know what the fuck going on. Then that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? Now, it about, oh, you playing? Okay, you gonna play. All right, cool. Well, how about fuck all of it? Fuck all of it. I don't even want you, man. Because now I question your character. Any nigga gonna get and kick that kind of shit, then, you know. And so first, like, you know, it was really about.
So that was T.I. talking about they were supposed to do the versus battle and how it eventually not ended up not happening. C-Tuck said ChatGPT wrote the fuck out that caption. So there you have it. Whose side are you on? 50 Cent or T.I., his son? Or do you think they all being juvenile? Let me go to the chat for a minute and see what people are saying on this topic. This is a wild one right here. Enoch says T.I.'s son is disrespectful. Danae says T.I. Yes, T.I.'s son being an idiot and barking up the wrong tree. Grandma Kathy says T.I.'s son is disrespectful. Jen says, I'm so glad T.I. got the ride. C-Tuck said, man, the video of 50 with the Photoshop faces of the ATL movie was funny. So that was from the movie ATL, for those that didn't know. That movie scene with the 50 Cent and these T.I. son, King. Jenna says, this all feels juvenile. Miss Sweet Tooth says, I agree. Very childish. Elise says, puff, puff, pass time. Enoch says, T.I.'s son looks exactly like that picture 50 posted. Miss Sweet Tooth says, what an unattractive boy, inside and out. D says, they're all being juvenile. Lazy Boy says, we are all too old for this. Johnny says, Flo, it's just a lot going on. I feel you. Grandma Kathy chimed in. Grandma, what you say? Grandma say, they all need to grow up. Tabitha said, they too old for this shit. And that's where we are, y'all. Just in a situation where we see it's just sad across the board. And we see what happens when egos are involved. When egos are involved, a lot of times we do things because we are protecting our ego or because we are letting our ego speak. And I'm gonna get to this comment in a second. We let our ego speak and we take it too far. And so let me be honest. And I'm putting this comment in the chat up because this is what I was about to speak on. Out of everything, let's just say everybody is doing too much. It all feels very childish. But we also have to realize these people are in the entertainment business and their job is to entertain. And so it feels childish, but we also got to realize entertaining is pretty much childish, and it's a childlike thing to do in a way. It's to entertain, not saying that you're childish for entertaining. It's just sometimes when you entertain, you are childish. But like this person, Black Roses, just said, yo, you don't speak on the dead, it's gonna come back and bite you and yours. He has a son and needs to be mindful of his words. Out of the whole situation, that is where I believe it went too far. And I've always believed this, and I always will, that no matter how far you go, you do not speak on the dead or disrespect the dead. Which is why, I'll give you an example, which is why when, and sometimes I catch flack for this, but sometimes, we have controversial figures that'll say some things, controversial celebrities that will say things that make us upset, but they may be celebrities that we were entertained, that entertained us at some point in our life. And I'll use an example. I may call people out while they're living. It's what we do all day long on the Flow Show No Filter. But if you ever notice, if a person passes away, if I'm gonna make a post about them, it's gonna be respectful and it's gonna highlight the positives, and I'm gonna move on. Because at that point, ain't no coming back from death. They will be judged. They will be judged by another God, by someone else, and that's their God. And I feel like it's just like when you go to a funeral. You go to a funeral, you don't have people talking about how horrible the person was or focusing on their negatives and all that. You focus on the positives, even if the person, quite frankly, could have been a piece of shit to a lot of people. But you just, once they're dead, it's time to move on. And the example I was going to use, and I do this all the time, but a good example is when Hulk Hogan passed. Now, me being in the community, in my community, we when we were kids, we all loved Hulk Hogan. We all watched his wrestling matches. He entertained us for years and years. As he got older, he made some comments that came across racially, and a lot of people framed him as a racist. And a lot of upset of some of the things he did and said. But when it was time when he died, I posted about how he entertained me as a child and how I appreciate those times. I would ask my dad, could we order the pay-per-view WrestleMania? And when we had the money and was able to do it, it always lit up my life. I loved it. I loved wrestling. I was a huge wrestling fan. And there were a lot of years that Hulk Hogan entertained us. I did mention that he left with a little bit of controversy, and I left it at that. Now, many people appreciated it, but then you have those people that go in the comments and that went in my comments and saying, he was a racist. Why would you post about him? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? And it's like, or why didn't you say this or say that? And those are the people that don't understand or come from where I come from, where I don't care what's going on. You just don't disrespect the dead, because that shit will come back on you, and those words have power. And so anytime someone passes away, I will honor them in that way. And I think I see a good comment in the chat. Lazy baby says, I understand he wants to express his feelings, but yet not a word of correction from his parents. To me, they condone it and says a lot about their character, entertainment or not. Exactly. And so, but secondary to that, because I want to, I like to keep it fair. So I'm a judge. I'm a critique both sides in this in one specific area each. I don't think you never disrespect the dead, which I think was the worst move out of the entire out of this entire back and forth. I really believe the worst move was disrespecting 50's mom and talking about how she's dead and go dig her up and blah 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 blah. But second to that, the second worst move in this situation was 50 Cent posting T.I.'s wife in an unflattering picture and the multiple posts he made about commenting on her appearance, how she looks, and whatever. Now, second to T.I.'s son talking about 50's mom and dig her up, I also believe you don't disrespect a man's wife. If you and that man have a problem, if it was me, I'm going to keep my problem directly with that man. I'm not going to attack his wife, especially I wouldn't even probably comment or retaliate to the wife if she said something. But that wasn't even the case. Tiny, which is T.I.'s wife, never said a word to 50 Cent. She never interjected herself into the beef. As a matter of fact, even after these unflattering pictures and roasting her and talking about her appearance, I don't believe she still has said anything. And so, as far as on 50's end, I think that was a bad move. And I think that move, disrespecting T.I.'s wife, which is King's mom, was a catalyst to help King, which is T.I.'s son, go to the depths of hell and do the worst out of everybody. And that is talking about digging up 50 Cent's mom. Keep it man to man. I would never go attack a man's wife. Me and that man have a problem. Me and him go attack each other. Because as long as if they would have kept it between them two, I don't think it would have went to the depths of hell. Because unless I'm missing something, I think T.I. is the only one who didn't go out of bounds. 50 Cent had his toe on the line, an out of bounds line, and King went completely out of bounds. But where T.I., where he has some blame is, and even though King's a grown man, so I don't know, but I think T.I. should have spoke out and acknowledged that speaking on the dead, and there's something that his son did, I think he should have made some type of statement. Now, whether he made it public or maybe he called his son and told him, or maybe his son ain't listen, I don't know. But if there's the only innocent one here is Tiny, T.I.'s wife. She's totally innocent. I think T.I. should speak on what his son did or get a hold of that, because this beef is between 50 Cent and T.I., and it should stay between those two. So again, the worst part of this whole situation is definitely T.I.'s son disrespecting the dead. I think that took the cake. I believe that really took the cake. But I also didn't like, and I didn't like it. This is even before T.I.'s son went to the depths of hell. Y'all know I'm a big 50 Cent fan. I ride with 50 Cent on all kind of stuff. But I also have to be honest. and I can't be phony and act like and not give you my true feelings on something that may have happened. I didn't like when 50 Cent posted Tiny in that way. I didn't think that was a good move. I didn't think it was a good move at the time when he did it. I didn't know T.I.'s son was gonna get involved and take it that far, but even before that, I just felt like if it's a man and if you going man to man, I think you should keep it like that. I didn't, like I said, I thought it was a bad move, and it turns out it was, because it now led to King feeling like he could say whatever or do whatever. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think if 50 Cent could go back on that one, everything else was fine. I think he may have realized, because when you bring certain type of energy and talking about a man's wife and a man's mother, especially a wife and a mother who hasn't interjected herself in this beef at all. So I think when you bring that type of energy, you invite that type of energy, or and who's to say what level the next man, how far they're gonna go, and that's where we're at now. So now we are at a point where, how does it end? Somebody has to just walk away at this point, because there's nothing else to do but get violent. There's nothing left to do. He's talked about your dead. He's talked about 50 Cent's dead mother. 50 Cent has talked about T.I. and his wife and his son, his whole family, basically. There's nothing left to say. This is the point in the beef where somebody got to walk away. Somebody has to walk away. Will 50 Cent walk away? Will T.I. walk away? Will King walk away? And if somebody does walk away, will the other party continue to go at them, to go at them, to go at them? We shall see, because this is fresh beef. So we're still early. I'm honestly hoping that 50 Cent just walks away from this one. As far as it's went far enough, I think everybody should just move on. Let's go to the chat for a second. Elise says Tiny took the adult high road. That being said, she probably laid into her son because of his comments about 50 Cent's deceased mom. I do believe that. Because you got to think. Tiny don't want to have bad energy on her. She don't want the karma to come back on her. Hey, look, T.I.'s son King is basically, by talking about 50 Cent's dead mom, he's putting, to me, in my opinion, bad energy on his mom or the people around him or even himself. Very, very, very sad situation that I hope turns around. Lazy boy, Lazy baby says, yes, hopefully T.I. shuts it down between all of them. Grandma Kathy says 50 be the bigger person and walk. T.I., not all our kids can be perfect, question mark. just a sad situation. We don't mind the back and forth, but we all know what's too far. T.I. knows his son went too far. And I think at this point, I believe 50 Cent realizes he went too far when he dragged Tiny into it and talked about her appearance and all of that. And the reason why I feel like 50 Cent knows they went too far because he hasn't doubled down. He hasn't mentioned Tiny again. And to me, that says that he knows he did something wrong. And we definitely don't want to see nothing happen. How many entertainers have we seen get into altercations? How many entertainers, rappers have we seen where it goes so far to the point where somebody ends up dead? We don't want to see that happen. We don't want to see nobody dead because people couldn't put their ego and pride to the side. So right here on this show, I'm gonna say right now. Oh, T.I. forgot to mention T.I. made a rap song about 50, and that's what they do. Make a song. He put it all in the music. That's what you do. You're a rapper. But now that T.I. put the song out, T.I.'s son King went to the depths of hell. 50 Cent has talked about the wife. I feel like everybody got their cheap shots in. On the song, T.I. rapped about how 50's baby mother was disrespected by Diddy and about all the freak off mess and all of that. So I feel like everybody got their cheap shots in. So at this point, I'm calling for everybody. Just walk away. Everybody got their cheap shots in. There's nowhere to go but down from here. So 50 Cent, my bro, you know I love you. I know you love me. And you know I always keep it real. But 50, if you get this message, I think it's time to just walk away from this one. Y'all all have done y'all thing. Y'all thrown mud at each other. And me being a fan of T.I. and 50 Cent. I'm a big T.I. fan. I even liked Escape, Tiny's group back in the day. So I'm even a fan of Tiny. I'm a fan of everybody involved except King. I don't really know much about his son. I've never watched his show or anything like that. So as a fan who doesn't like what he's seeing, here on the Flow Show No Filter podcast, No Filter himself, I'm calling for everybody involved to just walk away. And I don't think anybody should feel shame for walking away. I don't feel like anybody should feel like I'm a sucker or any of that. I just think it all should be squashed and just move on. So let's put that one to bed, y'all. Let's go to the chat. Let's see. Everybody's kind of saying the same thing. Enoch says, yeah, they need to squash this beef now. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I think it's too much. I think it's went way too far already. Time to move on. The only people enjoying it at this point is the people who don't give a shit about human beings and don't give a shit and just will will love to sit back and watch everybody crash out. You don't want to entertain that crowd. The only crowd saying keep going, keep going, keep going is the crowd of people who have zero compassion and wouldn't care if T.I. and 50 Cent crashed and burned and shot each other the hell up. Do you really want to be entertaining that crowd? Because that's the only crowd entertaining it and enjoying it right now. The crowd that understands this is entertainment and is just enjoying it for entertainment, we checked out of this one a long time ago. We checked out of this one, to be honest. I was partially checked out when 50 Cent posted Tiny. I didn't make me feel good. I didn't feel good about that. I didn't feel Tiny deserved that, and I just thought that was like immediately out of bounds. And I don't think T.I. even said anything or did anything to warrant that type of out of bounds response. But then I completely checked out when King said, "Dig up your dead mama" and all of that. So that's that. Now, we continue to have fallouts of the Epstein. So let's talk about a little of that. What we have, many people have. They are saying that Epstein donated. Epstein donated to the, or was a big donator behind the Clinton, what was it? The Clinton Foundation. I don't know if it was the Clinton Foundation or it was the Clinton campaign. If y'all know in the chat, let me know because I'm having trouble locating it. But it was the bottom line is they're now finding out that Epstein, that he was a donator to the Clintons. More people are being arrested. I mean, not arrested, but more people are being forced to resign. They're talking about this. Bill Clinton had been questioned about his connection to the Epstein. It's just been more and more information coming out, but what are we gonna really do about it? That is my question. It's been one of those situations where it's like enough is enough. Hey, Fire Glory in the building, y'all. Everybody say what's up to Fire Glory. What is up? What's the word? Okay, they said Mendelsohn was arrested as well. Was he? Wow. It says Yahoo News. Police arrest Peter Mandelson at London home, former UK ambassador to the US, accused of misconduct over ties to Jeffrey Epstein. I think, do y'all think former Prince Andrew told or gave up some information on Peter Mandelson? Because it says here, former UK ambassador Peter Mandelson was arrested yesterday, on suspicion of misconduct in public office as part of an ongoing probe by British police into his ties with sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. Mandelson, 72 years old, a former Labour Party politician who served as the ambassador to the US for just 7 months, from February 2025 until September of that same year, was taken into custody at his home in London days after Andrew Windsor, formerly Prince, was arrested on similar charges. London's Metropolitan Police confirmed in a statement issued Monday that officers had taken a 72-year-old man into custody, but did not name him. It is a standard practice in the UK that no names of those arrested are confirmed until charges are brought. However, live video footage broadcast by the BBC showed Mandelson being led away from his London party by plainclothes police officers. He was not handcuffed. He was seen carrying a water bottle before being put into the back of an unmarked vehicle. It is understood that he was taken to local police station for questioning. Officers have arrested a 72-year-old man on suspicion of misconduct in the public office, the statement read. He was arrested at an address in Camden on Monday, February 23rd, and taken into London police. Police confirmed that search warrants had been issued for 2 homes, a property in Camden and a dwelling in Wiltshire, the latter of which is believed to be a house that Mandelson was renting. He has owned his property in North London, a 4-story townhouse, since 2011, when he purchased it for a reported $10 million. The former Labour politician stands accused of passing sensitive information to Epstein while he was serving as business secretary under former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown. Mandelson held that role from October 2008 until May 2010, taking up the position 4 months after Epstein pled guilty to state charges of soliciting prostitution and prostituting from someone under the age of 18. His arrest comes just 5 months after he was fired as the ambassador to the U.S. over his ties to Epstein, following the publication of multiple emails and other items of correspondence between the two men as part of the release of the Epstein files. The email shows that the depth and the extent of Peter Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein is materially different from that known as the time of his appointment. A statement from the British Foreign Office said at the time, on February 1st, following the release of another trove of documents pertaining to the Epstein case, Mandelson resigned from the Labour Party when it was revealed that police were actively investigating his tie to the sex predator. If charged and convicted of the misconduct, Mandelson could face up to life in prison, the same sentence facing former Prince Andrew should he be convicted. Do y'all think Prince Andrew did a little talking? Elise said the Queen probably rolling in her grave right now. Under British law, Mandelson can be held in custody for 24 hours without any charges being brought against him, although that time frame can be extended to 96 hours under special circumstances. Andrew, the disgraced royal, who is the younger brother of King Charles, was released after 11 hours in custody having been arrested at his new home on the royal family's estate in the early hours of February 19th. No official charges have yet been filed against Andrew or Mendelsohn. However, police have confirmed that their investigation into the former is ongoing. Until investigation into the former prince is ongoing. Y'all, Yahoo News has so many typos. This is ridiculous. Like, who is doing their articles? Like, I'm having to adjust over 1 million typos in a Yahoo News article. It's like, what are y'all doing? Take y'all time and make sure you got it right. Can't AI proofread it or something? Like, come on now. At around the same time as Andrew's arrest, Thames Valley police were seen carrying out searches of 2 royal properties, his former home at Royal Lodge in Windsor and Wood Farm. Misconduct in public office is known to be fiendishly tricky crime to prove, and lawmakers have faced criticism over a lack of clarity in the ability to convict. Per the Crown Prosecution Service, the institution that prosecutes criminal cases in England and Wales, misconduct in public office, or MIPO, involves a serious willful abuse or neglect of the power or responsibilities of the public office held. Officials must prove that there is a direct link between the misconduct and an abuse of those powers or responsibilities to convict. What's going on, Enigma in the building? So what do y'all think of? I just can't believe more shit is being done overseas than here. They got two people in the royal, or two, just I should say, 2 well-known, powerful people. They arrested 2 of them and got them looking at life sentences, possibly. Yet, here in America, we just see it's just a bunch of twiddling thumbs going on. I don't get it. I don't get it. And Portia says, and the only person in prison in the U.S. is also British. Think about that. I'm sure the world is looking at us. I'm sure the world is looking at us like America is just a shitty morals in America. Our American brought all this, Jeffrey Epstein, the American, brought all this to the table. Yet, it's the overseas people stepping up and holding them more accountable. And I don't like it. Flow Show, no filter.
Swine.
It's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the coffee crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
And as always, I love y'all. But I'm out.